I'm getting nervous. Econ class is going to end soon, and normally I'd be so ready to get out of here and go. But it's different today. Today we're going to get our scores back on our first test. It's only natural to get nervous, but I don't know how I feel at all. It was kind of hard for the first test. I can only imagine what my score could possibly be. At this point, it's up in the air. My mind's elsewhere. My mind's elsewhere as my teacher continues with his lecture. I'm barely registering what I'm typing. The seconds tick by, sailing ever so slowly. And finally the teacher ends his lecture to announce that he's going to be handing back our test today. Like nobody knew that already? Sheesh. The teacher assistants have already sorted the tests into separate stacks based on our last name. They're placed on the table in front of the class, and the TAs stand by, watching just in case there's some confusion. Or the riot starts from pushing and shoving people will do to get to their test. I take my time packing up my stuff, people pass me on their way to the front, and there's already a small mob forming around the piles. I guess I should wait until this thins out before I go. A few more minutes, and I see my chance. There's only a few people surrounding the table now. I pick up my shoulder bag and hurry down. Last names with G are in the first group, and I see the work of my classmates has turned the stack into a messy pile. Of course, they couldn't keep it neat. Oh well, it makes it easier to look for my name. I feel a sense of dread as I search for grave. Most of the scores I see marked in red are 60 to 70 range. I mean, considering this class is going to be scaled down, it's not so bad. But I studied really hard for this test. Hopefully that pays off. Okay, this is weird. I'm sure I've looked around this whole pile for my test, but I haven't found it yet. Wait, here it is. I recognize my handwriting, peeking from under a few other tests, and pull my packet free. On the top of it is marked an 85 in red ink. Yes, oh man, I feel like I'm dancing right now. It's not an A, but it's a solid B, way better than all those C's and D's I saw scattered around. And if the average is so low, this could be enough to set me for an A in the class. I take another look at my score, admiring it for a moment before I pull my shoulder bag in front of me to stick my test inside. Oh, god damn it! Wow, I didn't know Kurt was still here. When I look over, he has a test packet in his hands. I can't see the score from where I'm standing, but I can tell from the look on his face that it can't be good. I should really just let it go. Whatever it is, isn't my business. But I'm so curious! What could that oh-so-great Madri have scored to cause such an angry reaction? I wait until Kurt seems to have calmed down. Not that it says much. His fingers are squeezing hard into his test, that it looks like he's about to crush it. Everything all right there, Madri? Kurt turns on me, looking ready to yell, but once he recognizes who I am, his expression softens and a forced grin welcomes my presence. Hey there, Grave, you heard that, huh? I see the rest of the remaining students are giving us a wide berth, eyeing Kurt like he's a bomb ready to blow up. I'm pretty sure they heard you in the next hall over. I can already tell this is going to be a touchy subject. So how did you do? I figure asking the question in a sing-song voice. Oh, so how did you do? In a sing-song voice will make it easier on the big guy. However, Kurt's voice lowers as does his gaze. Oh, okay. Maybe that didn't work as well as I hoped. Kurt glanced over his shoulder and the others. You know, if you want it to be read in a certain way, you should probably tell us before we read it. Like, it's going to be... So I said it in a sing-song voice. How did you do? Not how did you do. Next page. And I said it in a sing-song voice. Hey, AHMBS. Okay. Kurt glances over his shoulder, then the others... Wait, Kurt glances over his shoulder, then the others... That's not a sentence. Oh, then the other. Okay. My brain is dead. Kurt glances over his shoulder, and then the other, like he's checking if anyone's listening to us. I know it works as a sentence, shoulder, then the other, but it doesn't flow right. They needed to add it, like, and then the other. Okay. Hey, can we talk somewhere else? Jeez, I just wanted his score, not his life secrets. I agree, though, and Kurt leads me out of the classroom and outside. He leans against the nearby tree and groans, the base of his palms pressed to his forehead. I failed the damn test. I figured you did. Wow, try not to show a little sensitivity, Nicole. Yeah, you're not the best buddies with this guys, but it's not like you'd want someone to talk to you like this if you just failed. I try again. What did you score? If it's like in the 50s or 60s, you should be okay. Kurt shows off his packet, and I hold back a grimace as I see a score of 42 written on the top of his test. Yeah. Okay, that's not in the 50s or 60s. I rock uneasily on my heels, trying to think of a way to make the situation better. Well, we have 4 other tests. If you rock these out, you should make up for it. Ugh, it won't matter. Kurt growls and looks about ready to punch something. I only hope he's enough of a gentleman not to hit a girl. I don't get any of this. It's all numbers and stupid graphs. I thought this was going to be common sense stuff. Econ is econ. Well, that sounded lame, but I don't know what else to tell him. How did you study for the test? Well, I skimmed the chapters. And I skimmed the chapters. Kurt looks at me with a sheepish grin, and I sigh in response. That's your problem. You just need to study better. Take it from me. I show him my test score proudly, not gloating enough to rub it in his face, mind you, but hey, I worked hard for this. I think I know what I'm doing in this class. Whoa. Kurt is genuinely impressed, and I silently congratulate myself for being able to throw him off for a change. However, I soon notice a wry smile form on his face, and I slowly feel the tables turn. Hey, Grave? He's the one using a sing-song voice now. When Kurt uses a sing-song voice, it cannot mean something good's about to follow. What is it? What do you want? Hey, what's with that attitude? It's not like I asked just anyone to tutor the great Kurt Madry. Please tell me I didn't hear that right. You want me to tutor you? See, look, you're as smart as I thought. No. No way. Not happening. I'd rather choke on our textbook. Ouch, straight to the heart. He holds a hand to his chest and pretends that he's wounded. It'd be a real wound if he keeps this up. Look, sorry, but I haven't really done this tutoring thing before, so I'll have to pass. Good luck, though. I try to walk away from Kurt, but he hurries in front of me and holds his arms out wide. Jeez, I forgot how big this guy is. Move it or lose it, Madry. No means no. Hey, can't you just hear me out? He gives me this puppy dog look that manages to make my heart melt upon sight. Man, I bet he rehearses this all the time to get what he wants. Fine, but I'm only giving you 5 minutes. Starting now. I told you I was here on an athletic scholarship, right? By tutor, does he mean sex? I don't think he's the killer. I think he's the dumb fuck. I told you I was here on an athletic scholarship, right? Yep. I know that means you need to keep an average, keep above or... Yep, and I know that means you need to keep above a C average or you can't play. If I don't pass this class, I'll be on academic probation. Oh, yeah, maybe. Stabby, stabby, stabby. I have to be able to play ball and they'll stop me from paying for my stuff. Kurt sighs and presses his hands together, pleading. Look, trust me when I say that I don't want to bother hiring a tutor, but it's obvious that I need one. Grave, you're my last hope here. I'm seriously begging. Gosh, this guy. I can feel my defenses crumbling as he gives me another dose of that puppy dog look. I really don't like Kurt. I don't hate him, but he's far from being a friend. But he's desperate enough to ask me. I figure sucking up his pride should count for something. Okay, you got me. I'll help you out. Kurt lets out a whoop and throws his fist into the air. Friggin' sweet. Gonna pass this class for sure now. As I watch Kurt snicker smugly to himself, I get the feeling he thinks I'll be able to solve this all for him. Thanks, Grave. I owe you one. Yeah, that's definitely what he's thinking. Not sure what to tell him. It's not like I'm some miracle worker here. God, my remote turns off again. What do you think? Keep confident you can help? Tell him you'll have to play his part. He seriously better not be expecting me to do all the work. I gesture pointedly at Kurt. You're going to have to be the one to apply all the stuff that I teach you. I can only do so much. Kurt shoots me an annoyed side glance. I'm not stupid, Grave. I got that much. I was just reminding you. Okay, now that I look some hardness... Okay, now I look like some hard-ass that doesn't have faith in him. Who would want a tutor like that? Sorry. I do think you can do it if we work at it. I did wrong, but I don't like him anyway. I'm just going to go for 10 at this point. I just kind of failed with words for the moment. Yeah, whatever. Kurt fumes briefly, not that I blame him, but I see him soften after a few beats have passed. You're doing me a solid just by agreeing, don't worry about it. But could we work everything out later? I might be late for practice if we don't move it. Sure, just, text me or something. Let me give you my number. Both of us pull our cell phones out to do a quick exchange of numbers. As Kurt finishes punching mine in his phone, he wears the most obnoxious smile I've ever seen. Hey, Grave? What is it now? Do you realize what you just did? What? I just gave you my number. I just gave you my number. I hadn't even realized I'd done that. The worst part is that I gave it to Kurt willingly. He didn't even trick me. Hey, it's just for getting in touch about tutoring sessions. Don't let it get to your head, Casanova. Whatever, that doesn't change the fact that I still got your digits. Kurt saunters away, humming a melody under his breath with words I can faintly recognize as, I just got Graves' digits. He continues this down the hall, and soon he passes the corner and disappears out of sight. I'm telling you, that textbook is looking more and more appetizing by the second. I need to socialize. I need money. Excuse me.